Two for one this morning. You have Love and myself. The reason for that today is on Discord, a lot of people say, I blew up my account. I quit. I hate it. I saw someone take $100 and turn it into 10,000. I turn $100 into $5. I have a day job. I can't trade. If these are excuses or reasons that people have for not doing well in the market, Love every day makes comments to people like, here's what I do. And these comments are like paragraph and novels long because she cares. So I said, you know what? Let's go on live. Hopefully, people will bring questions. So, to start, I'm just going to ask you some simple questions and hopefully you can expand and share because people don't like to. I was told on Twitter that I need to let you answer everything and I can't jump in because I do that way too much. So, please, let's start really easy. I had somebody tell me they have 140 stocks on their watch list. How many stocks do you have on your watch list?
Okay, so my secret to that and for that person is I hope that that's a different watch list that they're talking about. There's way too many. Nobody's brain can handle and monitor that many stocks realistically for any trading day or even trading week. I would not do that. And so what I actually do is I have several watch lists and I label them differently. I have a long-term watch list, right? And so maybe some of those stocks that they or whatever they're watching needs to go on that one. I have an index watch list, something I can quickly go to check to see what the Dow's doing or whatever. Then I have a current watch list, and my current watch list is something that I'm just monitoring for the week. Last but not least, I have a buy watch list. Okay, so on my buy watch list, there's only going to be like maybe 2 to 5 stocks at the most. And I will also put the options I'm looking at on that watch list too, so I can see how they move. So whether I'm buying calls, whether I'm buying uh, puts, I put it on my buy watch list, so I know
Mhm.
that that's the only one that I need to look at for the day. And I just update it the night before. But
Okay.
no,
So you take either puts or calls, your watch list that you're actually going to actively trade the next day if you choose to.
mhm,
Because are there some days you don't trade?
absolutely. Oh my goodness, there's
Okay.
always
So if
things.
you are going to trade, you might have one, two, three, up to five trades. Like you'll say, okay, I want to enter. Now, when you plan your trade, and let's say your option, you were looking at, you thought, let's just say you agree with me and you think the market was going to consolidate yesterday and you think the market's going higher. So, just real quick, that's my belief for today. I believe 11 straight buying days, people are buying big tech. It makes sense for nothing to go straight up. Now, the
Mhm.
reason Apple went straight up for 11 straight days is because it was heavily shorted. There were rumors on the street that Apple was reaching out to its suppliers in China and saying, hey, are you guys still going to be able to fulfill this? It was made up. It was completely false. Apple would not reach out to their suppliers. I heard somebody on CNBC talking about this morning. They would call their suppliers, be like, hey, are you going to do this? And it wouldn't be publicized. So there were a lot of short positions in Apple thinking it was going to go down to 145, which is why you saw the buying day after day after day, but nothing goes straight up. So I believe consolidation and the market will go higher. With that said, I was going to use an example.
Sure.
UVXY, say you were going to buy, you said to me, okay, sounds good, Matt. I like that idea. I'm going to buy some puts in the UVXY today, but you wouldn't just enter and pay the price. So let's say that's on your watch list,
Yeah.
and the option you're looking at is like some put, let's say it's at 12 and change. Let's say you're looking at like a $13 put and it's $1, right? You say to yourself, I'm not paying $1, love. What do you like to do when
So
you see something like that?
okay, there's a couple things I do. First of all, for things like the UVXY and for SPY, I'm gonna just tell you, I never pay $1. It's always under. I don't even if the option that I'm looking for or at is that price, I just wait it out. There's no way. Just because I
Okay,
typically
so how do you get that cheaper option? Because there are two ways people could do that.
yeah.
Say you're looking at a SPY option, and would you play the same day and just look for something way out of the money that might be like $10 per contract, and then you're looking for it to go up to 12 and make 20%? Or do you say to yourself, I'll get that $10 contract, but I'll go out a week and I'll take the SPY 500, let's say, because the SPY is nowhere near 500, but it would cost you like $10.
I'm
You
not
know?
gonna do that because I don't feel like I feel like that's wasting my money. So I'll tell you what I did because
Yeah.
I don't like buying same day contracts because usually I use a smaller account and I don't day trade a lot, right? So what I'll do is like I did yesterday. I didn't play the SPY. I didn't intend to do that, but I noticed that they had more expiries this week, right? Which means it tends to get more volatile because
Well,
things
they added Tuesday and Thursday. So now they
right.
have 5 days of expirations for the SPY. So you could lose your money every day if you'd like.
Right. And so I was like, I'm not playing the SPY, but I was watching it. And so what I did is yesterday I saw it go down under 460, go up, go down. And I was like, I kind of like that mark because it seems like they're trying to figure out whether or not they want to, you know, use it as resistance or whatever.
So 460 mark
Mhm.
for the
And
top. Gotcha.
so yesterday at the end of the day when it was doing whatever it was doing, I bought the 460 call for today, right?
Okay.
Because I knew we have extra expiry.
Okay, great. Let's go into that trade. So when you were thinking about going into the trade, and again, she's buying the 460 SPY calls that expire today, Thursday. So you bought them yesterday before close. Now, what was the price when you were looking at it of the contract?
Well, the price was around between 112 and 120. It
Okay,
was
so $1.12 to $112, 120. But you don't pay that, do you? So what did you do?
I put in a bid for 86.
For 86 or 80?
Um, actually, I think I put it in for 84 to be
84. Okay. So it's a dollar. Let's just round down. Let's say it's $1.10. It's $1.10. And you say to yourself, I'm not paying $1.10. So you go down a whole 26 cents, a little more because I rounded down. So let's say you went down a whole 30 cents from $1.15. Everybody should realize Love is looking at a position. She's saying to herself, let me take what I would pay or what they're asking, and then I'll take 30% off. Now, for anybody that doesn't know how to do that, you use your phone on your calculator. Let's say your option's $3 and you use Love Strategy and you say, okay, I'd like to buy this $3 contract, but I want 30% off. 30% off of $3 is $90. So you say, I will put in a bid for $210. Now, do you watch after that or you put it in and you're done?
I'm done. Like if it hits, it hits. It is what it is. But the point is that I wanted the same contract all day. Like I saw it go up, I saw it go down. I was like, I want in. But I learned from other people on our platform, like Romeo, that the best time to buy the SPY, it's too expensive in the morning, no matter what contract you're buying.
You brought that up.
And then I waited. I was like,
so wait, let's just focus on that real quick because people don't understand when you're talking about SPY specifically because it expires every day. So the price of the contract at 9:30 a.m. when you have a full day to like be right or be wrong, it's very expensive. As it gets later, so even if the SPY is just holding and your contract's in the money, as the time gets closer to noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and the SPY, let's just assume it's not moving, your contract value is going to go down because it has time implied to your contract. So when Love, and I would love sirens to go off, when she makes a comment that if she is going to buy the SPY, she doesn't want to deal with it because it's very up and down in the morning until about maybe like 2 p.m., right?
If I was scalping like other people do, like Romeo does, I would absolutely have been able to get in, but I can't. And I know that I have restrictions on my account.
Okay.
That means I have to trade smarter. If I know that I can't day trade like other people do on our platform, I can't jump into their trades. That's like a rookie mistake. Don't follow someone into a trade ever. You always want to make sure that you have a reason for you getting in and a solid entry for you. And then if you can do that, then you can choose when you get out. So if you see someone into a great trade, like put it on your watch list. Learn it for a couple of days or at least, and there's always going to be a time that you can play. And if you can't day trade, then you can't get into day trading plays. You cannot do that. And so I couldn't play the SPY all day. If I wanted to, I have to know what I can do and I can't, because it was being so volatile. I would have got stuck.
Right.
At any point
So
in-
just to explain, so cash account, you can go in and out. If you have like $1,000, you spend 50, you buy and sell. However, if you're using Robinhood, I think they only have like a marginalized account. So you only have a number of trades. So that's what Love is talking about. Please understand if you can't enter in and out of a day trade, your SPY's expiring that afternoon or something like that, it's going to count as a day trade. And you're going to get your account PTT, something like that. And real quick, when Love started trading options, now correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because you used to kill it off of my plays, but here's how. My play, I would say, hey, I love this contract, and I paid $400, and then it goes down 40%, right? And you had it on your watch list at $4 because that's what I bought it for. Now it's down to $240. That's when you would jump in, right?
Absolutely, because I had to figure out how to do it for me, not because I'm following you. I need it. People ask all the time, what do you put on your watch list? Or how do you make a watch list? Every time any member on our platform would ever even mention a stock, I put it on my watch list. That's how I got there. And then I watched it. And if I liked it and I knew I could predict the movements, like Square used to move within a certain range, so things like that. If I could predict its movements, then I put it on my buy list.
Okay, great. So this is for all beginner, intermediate traders. If you're on a platform, if you're following someone on Twitter and you respect that person, you could say, oh, this person just paid $4 a contract. I'm going to put it on my watch list. And then again, simplifying it, you could be a novice trader. If you're using Love strategy, all you say is, Joe paid $4. It's on my watch list, this contract. I will take 30% off of the $4, which is $1.20. I will pay $280. So even a rookie trader who has very little experience, if you say, I like Apple, I like big tech, this person who I respect paid $4, I'm going to use Love's technique and I'm going to bid 30% under the $4. Then I'm going to use Romeo's technique and I'm only going to buy one contract, right? So even someone that says, I can't trade options, I'm allowed to, but here's a strategy, a simple strategy, one contract, 30% under the initial price that you would have paid. If you get the contract, you just save 30%. If it goes up 30% to where you would have paid, instead of being flat and going, what do I do? Now you're playing with house money, because if you bought it 30% cheaper and then it goes up, you're actually up something like 33%.
That's it, right? Because that's what the thing was with the SPY. It was like, whether it goes to 465, whatever, or the thing is if I bought it and it just returned back to what it was, I made that 30%, right? I could get out and not worry about it. The thing about seeing other people with their plays and feeling like, you have to get in now, that's absolutely FOMO. You can't do that if you're trying to grow a small account. If you're trying to grow a small account, all you're looking for is a gain. Every gain counts. So just because someone makes 1,000 or 100% on a trade, that is irrelevant. All you're caring about is that your account goes up $1, $5, $30, whatever. That's how you keep adding to a small account, right? You don't FOMO into someone else's trade. Like that $400 trade could be up to 1,000 now, and you're like, man, I missed out. That does not matter. While you're worrying about that trade, you could have gotten into a different one, right? All you're thinking about is growing your account. I can't say that enough. And then when it comes to what you put on your list, like listen to the things that I'm talking about. Listen to the things that Matt says in the morning, because he's giving you a macro look. Okay. So if you know that there could be, not saying that there is, but there could be a recession coming. Maybe it's in a month, maybe it's in 3 months, it doesn't matter. Then you have to start adding things to your long-term watch list, right? And you're still looking for things that are beat up. Guess what's beat up today? Oil, probably other things. Like put it on your long-term watch list and see if there's something else that you think could affect it down the road, right? And so this is why I keep different watch lists, because it's like, okay, right now, I'm not going to fight the trend. If the trend is that the market wants to keep inching higher or whatever it's doing, that's it. I can't change that, right? Even if it should be something else. But while it's doing that, guess what I'm adding to my watch list for long term? I'm looking at in the money, like QQQ puts or SPY puts or UPRO or SPXU, things like that. That's going to be on my long term. I think something's going to happen in the future watch list. And when they get super cheap, I'm going to buy one, right? I'm not going to plan to average down, but I might plan to have a total of 4 and I just buy them at different times.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get to this question in a second. But basically, you're saying right now, first of all, no FOMO. And let me just say one point real quick, because when you were talking about someone will show off, hey, I made 400% here or something like that. understand whether you're on Webull, Twitter, or whatever social media platform, people only show their best trades.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
look, I made 3,000%. You're not making 3,000%. What a joke you are. Understand, those are an anomaly. What it means is most people, if you can secure, especially in this tough market, I mean, if things are going straight up, sure, you can make thousands of percent on Tesla. I saw people's returns. This guy made like 200 grand. His return was like 200 and something percent because when it was at 770, he bought a $1,000 call that was 2 weeks out. It had zero chance until Tesla spiked to like 1,020, and the dude was just ripping it. And he was like, yes, I'm the best trader in the world. So understand, when you look at somebody making a comment, they're there to brag about themselves, which is why I took the complete opposite route. When I have terrible trades, I love to share them because that's how you share.
Every day. Like I love to celebrate people's wins. I do. And I love to let them know that they are a winner. Like, because that's true. That is it. But when you lose, you're not alone. Like I FOMO'd yesterday into a play that I'm trying to get out of right now. It was like I just okay, so
I did that too. I'll say one story after you're done. Go, please. Tell
back
me
to
about your FOMO.
really quick. So it always happens when you break a rule. Like when you go back and you look and you're like, I did do that, right? I took a chance I shouldn't have, right? So the rules save you. But from Matt's rules, I adopted my own because I have my own strategy, right? And so I have my set of rules that are based off of these, like, but if you go back to the Cardinal ones, like buying before 10:30, you look back, did you do that? Did you buy too many contracts? Did you not give yourself enough time? Like when you go back and you see that you broke those rules, don't do it the next time. What I did yesterday is I traded while distracted, and then I bought too many. And it was like,
What'd you buy? What'd you buy? Because I have a FOMO story.
I bought snow. So I had
No.
one snow the day before, and my account like blew up. It was fantastic. But I thought it wasn't done, right? And so I was like, well, I'm rolling. I took profit, and then I rolled into some more, right? But then snow took a dive, and I'm like, this is a deep discount, right? And so let me get in, right? This is fantastic. Did I zoom out? No. Did I buy too many? Yes. Did I need more time? Well, I did buy out a little time, but not enough. And so now I'm like, great. I'm at the mercy of the market, and I could easily blow up my account if I'm not careful, right?
Yeah.
So it happens.
So let me just two things real quick, and then I'll tell you my FOMO story. One is Love made money off snow, and we all have our favorite plays. Oh, I made money off wind, like this time. And when you're so sure because you've been right about the same stock over and over again, you're like, okay, I still have the same position. But this one, instead of going a little down, is going a lot down. Then you're like, well, that doesn't happen with this stock. So I'm okay to buy 10 more contracts. And then you find yourself over leveraged. It's only one bad position, and it could potentially blow up your account. I'm gonna tell you my FOMO story real quick. Robinhood that I've been speaking about for like a week had crazy demand on Tuesday and went up to like $16.26, and then it went down to $15 and a little under 15 yesterday. And that was the time that I said, okay, let me enter into some contracts because I know that they bought it up. So I had FOMO, even though it was an outflow day yesterday and the market was getting hit. With that said, of course, Robinhood went down from $14.85 after I bought it to $14.50. And I'm like, God, I told myself it's going to go down because the market's selling off. But I just wanted to get in because when you look at the chart of Robinhood the last 2 days, it's one of those huge inflows and then people are taking profit. So it's consolidating. I just guessed the wrong time on that. And here's the catch. My Robinhood options expire on Friday.
Yeah.
And here's the other catch. 2 weeks ago, I did the same thing. I put $3,500. It's in my transparent account on Iris, which you could follow. So I put $3,500 into Robinhood. I lost $2,800 in 1 day because there were a lot of options. If I had held on to the next week because I said Robinhood was going up, I would have made $6,000. If I held on another week, let's say I bought out a month, I would have made $9,000. Instead, here's where we're at. So instead of plus $9,000 still with the position because I think Robinhood's going higher. Instead, I lost $2,700, which was like 74%. Okay, so down 74% instead of up like 400%.
Right.
And then I just spent. Let me see how much money I have here. I just spent money on Robinhood yesterday. I probably can't bring it up in time. Let's see. I have only $700 worth of Robinhood options right now. But the point is, I only have one more day. So if I FOMO'd it again, I could be down like 3 grand instead of up 9 grand, which is why you must give yourself more than enough time. Don't have FOMO. Use Love's rule, 30% under. If you don't get the contract, you don't get the contract. If you're looking at a contract and it's 90 cents, 30%, 90 cents, 27 cents, your bid would be what, 63 cents.
Yeah.
So that's it. Everybody, if you follow that rule and then the Romeo, you buy one contract,
and give
you're going to do okay.
How many times have we blown up accounts because we didn't, like you said, didn't give ourselves time? Like I remember the second time I blew up my account was because I was buying same day expiries for the UVXY. Like had I just bought one day later, like a Monday, that wouldn't have happened. But there's so many different forms of FOMO. And when you're down, like literally when you're like, you've lost thousands or hundreds of thousands and you see something like $30, $80, $120 in your account, you're like at the bottom, like you're just ready to give up. And it's like, don't start doing dumb things then, right? Yeah. You can still make it, but
yeah, it doesn't take very much. It just takes patience, doing your homework. So a lot of people had questions for Love. Hey, what's on your watch list? What are you looking at? Unfortunately, we don't have time. So I'm going to ask Love if she wants to come back and do another live stream, or we could just focus on her watch list. Hey, let's break it down, and we'll break down the watch list, even your indice watch list, and people can create similar watch lists if they want, because you definitely track the market extremely well. So thank you for joining.
Bye. Let's see what today brings for sure.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye, you guys.